Hi everyone, I'm GREYMOND. Today I wanted to talk to you if you are struggling with OCD recovery. You need to start seeing what is happening here. Why you are not making progress. Is it too much stress in your life? Is it too much exposures in your life right now? What is happening? What is the reason for it? Really objectively, not obsessively, objectively. Try to see what is actually happening. Why are you not making progress? Is it just simply too much? And if it is too much, then what's too much? Is it exposures that are too much? Is it regular life that's too much? Is it the combination of the two? And try to reduce it to the level where you can handle the exposures, but you do need to do exposures and you do need to do, more importantly, response prevention. Anybody who has OCD deals with exposures. Exposure is just being triggered, basically. It's what you do with that trigger that either makes or breaks your recovery. If you pay attention to the thought, it gets worse. If you don't pay attention to the thought, it gets better. It's just as simple as that. And the brain registers every time you are making any kind of a move, which every time you get a thought, you are forced to make some sort of a move, right? Whether mental or physical. So, what are you doing? Are you paying attention? Are you making things worse? Or are you refusing and making things better? You need to see that. I know a lot of the time, the general kind of um, consensus is that, well, it's okay, and you're struggling, but the attitude that it's okay, and I'm talking about from personal experience. I've had if you're new to this channel, I've had OCD myself and I recovered, and I can tell you that realistically, the more you say, well, it's okay, I'm just having a bad day. Yes, it is, and you shouldn't be blaming yourself for it, but at the same time, it's not, because if you say it's okay, then tomorrow is going to be another bad day. So you need to see that you are driving this ship, even if you don't feel like you are pushing it forward in some sort of a direction. So if you're pushing it forward in a direction which is the wrong one, training your brain that these thoughts are very much important and relevant, you are now taking steps back. You're making OCD recovery, you're making yourself worse. This is not recovery. So seeing that I need to move forward, what can I do to move forward? If certain trigger comes up and it's just too big of a trigger, then how can we break it down into smaller parts that are doable? The point is, you need to make progress. Every day that you're not making progress, you're taking steps back. So, what can you do today to make progress? It really doesn't matter, especially in the beginning, how small your progress is, as long as you have made progress, as long as you did that step and stepped over the anxiety, lived parallel to the anxiety, parallel with uncertainty. Even if it was just a little bit, you can build on that. But it's making that step and saying, you know what, for the next, if it's analyzing puro type of OCD, then for the next half hour, no matter what, I'm not going to give in. So I'm going to have these thoughts swirling in my mind. That's okay, but I'm not actually going to give in and analyze. And then next day, make it an hour, and then day after that, make it an hour and a half. In terms of the physical compulsions, you can do the same thing and just isolate by time, or you can reduce a little bit in each compulsion. It's up to you really how you want to do it. These kinds of things really depend on the situation, because sometimes one works better than other time another way works better. But you have to do something in order to push forward. That's the way to recovery. Little efforts every hour of the day. Not blaming yourself if you're not doing well, but at the same time, every time pushing yourself forward. Kind of instead of playing the blame game, or getting depressed about it, saying I'm never gonna recover, all this stuff. No, okay, I made a little mistake. Where was the mistake? Let's take a look at it. Okay, so I got stressed out, I was doing too much, then the OCD thought happened, or a trigger happened. because I wasn't thinking about it. My mind was elsewhere. I didn't react correctly. Because I didn't react correctly, I started to not react correctly in the process. Okay, so what can I do to shift that now? Going forward, okay, I can't put myself in an extreme stress situations, or when I face that specific trigger, I need to be better. What can I do? Okay, so you have these kind of game plans, and these game plans is what will keep you productive more than before, right? And then the next step forward, and you will have setbacks, and that's okay, but you need to learn from those setbacks. I hope you find my videos helpful. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I do daily videos on all things OCD. If you would like to do the recovery program, all the information is on youhaveocd.com. You can sign up from there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.